Okay guys, welcome to the Tyranid Hive. Now you may be like, that's kinda cool, it looks like the Tyranid Codex. Well, this is the Tyranid Hive, and it's a forum that I'm an admin on, and where I learned how to become a Tyranid player. Now, it's a friendly forum with a great community of people, and yeah, man, you really can't go wrong with other sites. It's not as big as Daka and Warshare, so you're not going to get drowned out and lost in topics. The Tyranid Hive community actually pays attention to what you're doing. It's pretty cool, actually. So what we have here is, this is just me going around the forums in a little video, just show you some parts. Now, this is how many users are on every day. This is just who's on and active in the past 24 hours. That is a lot of people. Now, who's active on right now? Probably only 12, 15 people or something. Yeah, I think it's about that. And me, as the only administrator online. That's kind of cool. Anyway, and yeah, we keep track of birthdays and stuff on there. That's just at the bottom of the forum. But anyway, what we have here is a little link. The Tyranid Hive is the biggest Tyranid forum on the entire internet, completely. For Warhammer 40k, Tyranids, this is the forum. This is the best top-tier Tyranid forum ever. If you're on another forum, they have a little Tyranid section, this is the best. Because the most members, the most veterans of Tyranids, it's crazy. Now, I'm just going to go around and show you what's in each board. It's pretty cool. This is the Tyranid Hive general board, which pretty much means this is, yeah, the basic stuff. So what we have here is pretty much anything you want to know about Tyranids. This is talking about fluff, talking about different things, anything from like unit upgrades, deciding on what to do, deciding on what type of army to play. Not exactly for army lists, but any Tyranid rules questions, any kind of little questions about Tyranids you have. And also, there's little guides and whatnot on what all the little slang is for Tyranids. Like, over here, Hyperkinetic made this awesome guide where it's like, you need to know certain abbreviations, like, what's a boomfix, or like, what does AG stand for? Well, that stands for adrenal glands. He's got a huge encyclopedia of stuff. It's pretty awesome. Now, continuing around the Hive, there's some forum guidelines, but I'll get into them later, or what's going on exactly. Lots of forum guidelines, yes. On a forum, you gotta follow the rules. It's not MySpace, it's not 4chan, you can't just spam crap and spew stuff. Now over here, you have the other Games Workshop section. So if you want to talk about Tau, there's a Dark Eldar player over here talking about Dark Eldar tactics. Anything non-Tyranid related goes in here. So like, ooh, new rumors about a whatever coming out, new race and whatnot, all kinds of different little rumors and stuff. This goes in this topic, yeah. You don't really, like, this isn't going to be like, so this is my Tyranid army. No, not really. It'd be more like, this is my Space Marine army, and this is, like, my tactics and stuff. It's for non-Tyranid related things. Now we have a role-play board, which is more of if you play those forum games and role-play more than anything. It's pretty fun stuff. I've played in one of these, and it's just crazy. It's a good community. You get a bunch of jokers on the website that like to, they have good humor. It's good stuff. Anyway, okay. Now, wandering around the Hive over here, you also have tactics and army lists. Now, this is where you post your list, you have a bunch of people go through it and say, like, yeah, man, you got to switch this around to this. If you're heading up to a tournament, you want to get your list reviewed, this is where you put it. They have all kinds of tacticas and guides on here as well. West Rider put up an awesome warrior guide that will just give you pages of info on just Tyranid warriors and literally down to statistics and just how good the unit is and how it works or whatever. Great guides all over the place. Pretty much most of my talking about Tyranid videos was learned through just reading these topics and being a member on this forum, really. Okay, so going through here, we got some more topics. This is just, okay, how to beat orcs or how to fight orcs, and he gives a list of his stuff. And pretty much we just give him some tips and hints about how to work this stuff and play against orcs or certain players. Say you're having a problem against a local Tau player or something, how to beat Tau. There you go. You got a few people to give hints and whatnot. Okay, now looking at the hobby section. Hobby section is pretty cool. We have the painting section, which is, you got an army painted, go post it here, Tyranid army. Or if you're trying to get painting tips, you're not sure how to do this color scheme, you post it here, we'll give you help. Over here we have a lot of talented painters on the Tyranid Hive. We have Gareth, Kraken Fiend, a guy named Scissor, a whole bunch of people. These painters, some of these guys can paint. This stuff is crazy, and this is like what they do every week. They're just like, yeah, just painting this guy on the side, and this stuff is unbelievable. Okay, what we have here is, yeah, pretty much lots of people are painting armies. Lots of stuff is going on. Now if you go around, we also have a topic, your Tyranid army. It's like a 20-page topic going on right now, and it's just people posting full army pictures of the Tyranid army. I started the topic, so yes, my army ended up being first. So there's a few pictures. I got put up Justin's army there. It's pretty cool. Scroll down, we have Volcanic's army, or Swarm God's, his old army. He ended up taking all that stuff and stripping it down and repainting it. We have all of these players' armies, ranging from awesome pro painter armies to people just starting out. But pretty much, if you spent the time to paint your army, put it up here. It's awesome. So here we go. Alright, also, Trigon, one of our beloved administrators, I think we could call him. Everyone kind of loves him and makes fun of him at the same time. He's pretty awesome. Anyway, the terrible Trigon here. He creates a contest every few months or so, which is like a painting contest, and there's also a conversion contest going on. And it's simply, you enter, like, yeah, I'm going to paint 500-600 points of guys or whatever, a few squads of stuff, and it just gets people painting, because you see, oh man, these other people in this competition are getting stuff painted. I gotta get some stuff painted, so it gets your army painted a lot quicker. Never actually entered in one of these. I probably should, but I bang out about an army every 3-4 weeks, so maybe it's a little unfair compared to some other people. Anyway, you have a conversion board, which is pretty much a whole form dedicated to green stuff conversions. I learned how to do my Tyrant Guard little trick or whatever that I use for my Tyrant Guard. You got this guy, Sexy Effects, made a table, which looks pretty spiffy. Pretty much, this is where you do terrain, anything like that conversion. We have some crazy conversions. There's a member named Thali on here that made some awesome looking Bio Titans and some Fex kit bashes. A lot of people made Fex kit bashes where they take a Carnifex and make a Trigon out of it. It's pretty nice. Now over here, I'm using a video recorder, so it ended up loading everything really slow. But look, this user is making conversion, doing a triple-headed Carnifex, and they go through how it goes. It looks pretty cool, actually. And, yeah, so pretty much conversion board. You got a lot of talented sculptors and modelers in there. Trigon himself, one of our administrators, actually sculpts up full, like, true-scale Marines and stuff. It's some crazy stuff going on. Now, there's also a trade channel. Now, the trade channel, Tyranid Hive, we don't deal, if it's like, oh, this guy jit me or something, we don't really deal with that. The trade channel is more like, you've been on the forum for a year, you know people, so it's like, yeah, man, can I have these bits? I'm going to give you these MC Devourers, and you hook me up with some Scything Talons, and it's like, yeah, you solve that, you're on your own. Tyranid Hive is not really liable for all that, as it goes through in the rules. Now over here, there's the general topic, general channel or whatever. Pretty much what you have here is you talk about anything. Besides, well, as long as it's form appropriate, but yeah, this is more, you got like a community thread, just people talking about what they're doing in everyday lives, things that come up, anything non-40k related, real life stuff, anything like that. So it's actually pretty cool. Like, and there's also some people asking about like, oh yeah, I need math help or whatever, or like some little problem I'm having. So it's pretty cool. Now, there's also a game board, which is obscenely popular. This is any game from, there's actually something called Stabity Death, which went about like 200-300 pages. It's ridiculous. It's pretty much users just posting back and forth about little forum games and whatnot. It's pretty funny. You got to check that out if you're wandering around. More the less serious side. And then there's also a Dawn of War 2 and Dawn of War 1 Tyranid Hive clan, which also talks, and I guess they game together and whatnot. It sounds pretty cool, actually. But, yeah, they're their own little part of the forum. So, pretty much, Tyranid Hive is awesome. And, let's go over some of the rules, so you don't just join the forum and say, like, yo, man, I'm gonna, yeah, exactly. So, here we go. We have rules. We have lots of rules. Now, we have lots of rules for a reason. And that reason being, we don't want problems to arise on the Tyranid Hive. So that's why there are a set of rules and guidelines that you kind of got to follow when you're on the forum. Now, pretty much, it's basic common sense stuff. Yes, it kind of cut off like that because I ended up uploading the first video, and YouTube was like, nah, man, we're not going to have any of that, because it was like 12 minutes long, so I had to cut it short. Anyway, Tyranid Hive, go check it out.